Love can be about wanting... I'm learning so much.
You're very interested in
Love
this,
can be about wanting what's best for the other person and not about owning someone, Ruth.
I don't wish to own you, darling, but I don't wish to share you with others.
Polyamory?
Oh, these ladies.
Polyamory. The best thing about polyamory for me has been that it gives me, and it's not me personally, it's just me quoting from the Bible, it gives me an opportunity for love with someone who would otherwise could only ever be a friend. What a great idea.
What's wrong with just having a friend, though, Maxine?
This is Maxine, Eunice and Mimi, and they are three women who don't believe in just having one partner. And they've got Polyday coming up on Saturday, where... Explain all.
That's right. Polyday is a day for polyamorous people, and the concept of polyamory is that you can love more than one person. You can have more than one committed romantic relationship.
What are you laughing at? What are you sitting tittering for?
I haven't said a word.
What, could you not believe that?
So it's the opposite.
I believe she believes it.
It's the opposite to monogamy, basically.
It's not the opposite to monogamy. This is the thing. I mean, people often talk about the differences between monogamy and polyamory as though they're completely separate things. But actually, every monogamous relationship has its boundaries. For some people, it's OK to hold hands with someone else. For some people, it's OK to kiss and hug other people.
I'm not sure about that.
Some people, it's OK to go out to dinner. Polyamorous people tend to think about these boundaries in a bit more detail, and sometimes have boundaries that extend further or have no boundaries at all.
Having your cake and eat it, is that what it would be?
But you say, don't you, Eunice, that this isn't about sex, this is relationships. But reading about all this, basically, you're happy to all share the same man, who is John, I believe.
Just stop there. John, you share John, and John has a fiancée as well.
That's right,
yes.
What is it about this John that makes him such a big hit with the girls? Has he got money?
He's just a very, very good friend. He's been there for us whenever we need him, birthday parties, you know, helping us out with
How do you share him?
No, it's not...
You don't have sex with him?
I don't know.
Do you have sex with him?
Yes.
Do you have sex with him?
Occasionally.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, he's a lucky man, isn't he?
It's not hugely about the physical side. It's about being able to share time with him and feel attached to him emotionally instead of physically.
I'm just a bit concerned. I'm just confused how you can have a relationship. Because if you just said, this was about, you know, we don't believe in not having sex with other people, and that's fine, and you can all have sex with someone. But you're talking about these are relationships. But how can all three of you can't be having a meaningful relationship with this guy? There wouldn't be time, would there?
Well, you just have to be very organised for one thing.
Scheduling is important.
So,
that's one of the main things in polyamory, is keeping your diary organised.
I have an online calendar which all of my partners have full access to, so they can see exactly where I am. You know, I may be on a date with one partner, my other partners can, you know, they can see this on the calendar.
So before I bring Denise in, before she expires here.
No, I feel too weak.
Okay.
I feel absolutely weak.
I just want to ask you this one question, Denise, before I let you off the leash here. You try and make out that this is all very controlled and you're in charge. Could I just put it to you, are you in charge or are you the victim here? Are you being used by John the boy?
Actually, I think the whole idea of control in a relationship, this is a relationship. Neither of us are in control of a relationship.
He's
we are
doing
sharing.
all right out of it.
I have 4 partners as well myself, so...
Yeah, so Eunice would say she's doing all right out of it.
Yes, I mean, I wouldn't feel this is some matter of control
Denise.
we're sharing.
Well, to me, the old-fashioned word for this used to be sleeping around.
Swinging.
Swinging. And, you know, you can call it polyamory till you turn blue.
There's a huge difference between swinging and polyamory. Swinging is specifically the physical side of sharing your partner with other people, specifically to have sex with others.
Well, that is where I think your lovely little scheme, which is working very well while you're all young, you're all childless, and you are all healthy. And it's working like a dream, and you are thrilled with it. Where it's going to fall down is the very thing that you're boasting about, that there is this extra element to it, this romance, this love. Now, what happens to human beings is that love either grows or it wanes. And you think you can control your feelings, and you'll go on controlling it, keeping your diary, having this amazingly functioning thing. I'm telling you, it will end in tears.
My oldest partner is 45 currently, and we have no problems just having a cuddle in front of the TV.
I did say to you all just now before we came on air, I said, I reckon if I went into any kind of bar or university bar and things, and you're all in your 20s, OK? And so I kind of agree with Denise.
Actually,
and I said to you all, well, roughly, none of you are 30 yet.
I'm past that.
And none of you have children and you're not married. OK, so when you get to the stage where you think, I kind of would like children, I might want to settle down, I would be interested to see the age of, you know, I'd love to meet a couple, and maybe there is a couple watching today, so I'm not saying I'm right, you know, prove me wrong, please do,
this is
who
one
have
of the
been
things
together
I'm saying to your
12 years with
researchers,
kids.
though, because actually we do have polyamorous families who have kids and are still very much polyamorous and very much in multiple loving relationships. But because society doesn't actually accept that you can have more than one committed relationship, and there is no protection in law against discrimination in employment terms, in housing terms, in terms of having your kids taken away if someone disapproves of it, of adults consenting, being affectionate to each other.
Surely,
but the families can't afford to be out, and this is part of what Polyday is about.
Sorry, Maxine, I'm listening to you there greatly. I'm trying to see it from your point of view, and you're saying that basically this is on a different level than the rest of us understand. It requires an agreement and it requires a consensus that perhaps conventional life doesn't sign up to or doesn't comprehend.
Yeah, well, that's right. I mean, everybody's in polyamorous relationships by consent.
But so it's like timeshare or something, really.
I mean,
if it was such a wonderful thing, do you not think that over the millennia we'd have all cottoned on to the fact that polyamory is the way to live? The reason that most of us want to be in a monogamous relationship is that little line in the marriage ceremony that says, for better, for worse, for richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health.
That is legally binding, yes. That is
when you have your marriage.
Not
legally binding. You do not have to have a marriage service in order to be in a committed.
Binding, isn't
it? It's emotionally binding. It's saying whatever happens to us through life, we will stand by.
But Denise, again, I'm only playing devil's advocate there. You say we want to be in those relationships. Maybe conventionality forces to be in that sort of relationship because society would be disapproving. If everybody signed up to this little club...
I'm not disapproving of them. I feel rather sorry for the comeuppance they're going to get. So my overwhelming emotion towards them, if anything, is pity.
But Denise, I believe the reason why that polyamory is not something that people know, because it's not widely educated. This is why I have done the Polyamory Project book, which is a collection of 25 interviews by poly people all over the world.
I have to say, Mimi, it is very interesting because this is like a Bible. This it's like a religion.
I wouldn't call it a Bible. I would call it a. Basically, there are other texts out there, such as the Ethical Slut, which is more designed to saying this is how living a relationship. This book is more to do with understanding different people's personal.
How many people did you base your opinions on in that book? What was the size of the survey?
There were 35 people I collected.
Well, over the years of my career, I've had, at a last count, 250,000 letters from people, and I am telling you that this will end in tears. Either you will come out of it relatively unscathed and you'll pursue another way, or sooner or later one of you will get hurt in some way.
I'm wondering how many of those people that wrote to you would want to write to you if they were poly, knowing you had that attitude.
Eunice, are you ever lonely at Christmas or on Valentine's Day or on birthdays or when John's with his fiancée, or...?
Why would I be?
Because you've other choices.
It's not just other choices, it's the fact that even, say, on a Valentine's Day, if I get a message from one of my other partners, that's lovely as well. I don't need to have them there physically all the time to know that they...
But then if you don't get a message from one of them, would you go, ooh, John hasn't sent me a message? That would be me.
Well, I would probably send them a message to say Happy Valentine's, and if they didn't respond, I would know it's because...
Ladies,
you're assuming that no people who have been in polyamorous arrangements have ever written to me. They have, and they have written to me when it fell apart.
Okay, well, look, listen, we do have to break off from it here. You've got everybody thinking about this, for better or worse, for richer or poorer,
so much more
and all that. Yes. So keep your emails, keep your Facebook Facebooks, your tweets, everything coming in today. We'll try and return to this throughout the programme this morning. It is the big talking point. It's Polyday on Saturday. Would you sign up? Ladies, for the moment, thank you very much indeed. And we're going to the beach, going to the seaside, back to Bournemouth after this.